Hi and welcome to this training, fitness and testing training program presentation by myself, Steve Brennan, student 244251. The aim of the program was to present and kind of determine a specific 4-week training program for a athlete. We did a training and testing day whereby the athlete was put through numerous fitness tests, and 3 of these were drawn out as that needed to improve on. So my athlete, we chose aerobic endurance, we chose speed, and we chose power, all 3 of which are very relevant to tennis. And compared to normative data, my athlete scored well below academy or even elite level players. Athlete profile: Steve Brennan, age 37, currently trains 2 times a week, playing doubles and ones playing singles. Some key considerations for my athlete is that currently has a busy lifestyle and the training program must work around family and business, has access to facilities, which is good. Training must replicate tennis specific movements and ensure we don't go too much in terms of maybe balance or coordination due to the fact that he has a previous ankle injury. A quick profile of tennis. Pretty much, as you can see, relating back to the aerobic endurance, is that according to a study, over a 2-set match, tennis players on average covered 3,102 metres, which is relevant to my client as very rarely plays longer than those times. Tennis requires explosive bursts of power, 300 to 500 bursts of energy per match. Again, needing power, go back to the test scores, increasing power will help to improve performance. And again, following specific movements, so there's forehand, backhand and service, so a lot of trunk rotations and arm swings, a lot of push-off movements, again running, changing direction, and then again sprinting, lunging, reaching for the ball. And again, energy systems, so a lot of anaerobic and a lot of aerobic use within the tennis and again in the sport. So my athlete is going to need a higher level of both of these in order to compete and improve. So the fitness component 1, we chose aerobic endurance. Again, matches can last up to 4 to 5 hours, so aerobic endurance is required. Certainly with my athlete, you're looking probably 2 to 3 hours maximum, but again, still a higher level of aerobic endurance required. And my athlete's score being below that, we used the multi-stage fitness test to look at this. And again, a study suggested that individuals' VO2 max positively affect the game performance. So understanding my athlete's VO2 max was really important. And an alternative method we could have used would be the 12-minute Cooper run. And that would again be another valid method to test VO2 max of the athlete. I then chose the fitness component 2 as speed. Speed has an important role to play in tennis, obviously being able to cover the ground quickly. Again, a study by Kovacs 2007, competitive tennis athletes need a mixture of anaerobic skills such as speed. So again, tested that top level players require speed. We used a 20-metre sprint test to enable us to get a score, and then when compared to normative data, my athlete was below this, as you will see a little bit later on. An alternative method we could have used even longer sprint, maybe a 30-metre sprint test, and again it was used by the Journal of Sports Science to test top level athletes. But the reason we didn't do this, I think, purely believe that you're very rarely going to sprint longer than 30 metres in in a tennis match. So the 20 metre was more specific. And then finally, fitness component 3, power. Quite underrated really, obviously, with the serve. And not just that, there's a lot of jumping and moving about, and obviously power and striking the ball in tennis. So I thought this was very, very important component. And again, the vertical test was chosen. And again, there's a correlation between leg strength and higher service speed. So you've got strong legs, service speed can improve. So it's why we use the vertical jump. And it is again being used across a lot of different national tennis organisations, and is an effective indicator of, compared to, in individual compared to elite athletes. We could have used the standing long jump. It could also have been used to test leg power in athletes, but purely thought, due to the wide use of the vertical jump, especially across national tennis organisations, that was the most specific one to look at. So the results show that aerobic endurance, you can see on the left here, that was the individual score, getting to a level of 9, compared to an academy player, 11.2. So academy was at Australian level, so you're probably looking at under 18s, and then elite athletes 13.2. Speed fitness test results. Again, the figure on the right compared to elite tennis individuals. So this was a test done by Tennis Australia in 2013. They found that elite individuals on average scored 3.1 on the 20 metre sprint. My athlete scored 3.32. So again, well below, if you like, or the score showing a good 2.2 seconds above where you need to be in terms of a top level athlete. Sorry, that should have been 0.2 seconds, not 2.2 seconds, 0.2 second above. And then power fitness test results. So on the right hand side, again, a test done by Tanner and Gore 2013 showed that elite tennis individuals scored an average of 56 centimetres on the vertical jump, and my athlete scored 48 centimetres. So again, well below the level required to become or improve the game. So now I understand the test results, some recommendations for aerobic endurance. So again, in order to improve aerobic endurance and get a higher score on the multi-stage fitness tests, we need to look at different ways or training methods that we can use this. So I've decided, after looking at research, to go for interval training with my athlete. This would improve fitness levels quickly, and again could incorporate that into a 4-week program. My recommendations for power. Again, I recommend that to improve power, we should incorporate what's known as plyometrics training. This is high bursts of power velocity, so using hurdles, box jumps, body movements that incorporate, if you like, short blasts, quick movements. Again, studies have been shown that tennis players undertaking 3 months of plyometrics improve their motor abilities and explosive leg strength. So going back to the power scores, this would hopefully improve. And then to improve speed, I've decided, after looking into research, to go for SAQ, so speed, agility and quickness, and incorporate maybe a little bit of resistance training as well. So studies found that SAQ improves speed and reaction time, so being able to cover the ground quicker is obviously going to give my athlete more chance of success. So a quick run through of each week. Week 1, we have gone for interval training twice in that week, a mixture really of treadmill and hill sprints. On Tuesday, we've got a plyometric workout, So again, sort of building this around the time frame. That session will only take 20 minutes, and again can be done in the gym, at work. Again, looking down here, so SAQ session, we have 3 circuits, 1 minute rest, and using cones, ladders, hurdles, all the equipment available within the gym setting in there. And we've gone for 4 days out of the 7 in order to do the session. And you'll see here that I want my athlete to work when in the interval at 80 to 90% maximum heart rate, so hitting the training zones where we're going to improve aerobic and anaerobic fitness of our athletes. Week 2, kind of varied it slightly but made it a little bit more intense. So if we go back to week 1, there was 5 times 3 minutes on the treadmill, but now week 2 we're going 5 times 3 minutes on the rower, but we're increasing the maximum heart rate 90 to 95%. I want them to go a bit harder, so a little bit more overload and progression on that. Again, a plyometric workout, something varied, so again it's not going to be boring for the athlete, and something they can easily follow. Again, not time constraint. This is in something different whereby they're now working 20, not just a 1 minute on, 1 minute off. So again, more focused and targeted. Some different warm-ups, so incorporate some skipping, and the cross trainer, again getting them into 50% maximum heart rate, the warm-up zone, and cross trainer program. So again, my athlete can use a design program on the cross trainer in order to improve. Throwing in some Pilates in there, again good for strength and stability, and has been shown to improve power within muscles, increasing the strength within the muscles. Week 3, due to the increased workload, not just on the training plan but sort of in life in general, I've decided to incorporate a pyramid set of interval training. So it's going to be quite tough on Monday. We're going to follow that by the athlete being able to work from home. There's a plyometric routine that will improve speed. So again, something different, and the athlete can do it in familiar surroundings to suit himself. That includes a warm-up and cool-down. I've also included here in the SAQ training some tennis-specific SAQ that was put together by Tennis Australia, and again, really good, useful website that you can really only need 12 cones and 4 tennis balls for that, for you to be able to do that. So very simple but effective to work around my client. And again, now the tennis starts, so got to bear in mind that my athlete is going to have 2 training sessions in that week. So I've overloaded at the beginning, and then bear in mind towards the end we've rested off on there. And then week 4, coming towards the end of the program, but stepping it up. Again, we've gone for interval training. So again, I've left that to the athlete. They can decide whether to use the rower, the treadmill, or the cross trainer. We've gone for kilocore workouts, again looking at power, but again looking to reduce injury due to the fact that my athlete is now playing. Core workouts can help improve strength and reduce injuries. A long tennis match here, so what I've done is on the Friday decided to go for resistant machines and cables to help with recovery, but again still looking at targeting what muscles are required. And finally, again, just incorporating that they've got tennis training. So yeah, there's the 4-week plan, and just sort of why it works really. So I've gone across, if you like, some training principles. So according to a study, training, certainly racket sports, will improve by making it specific to that sport. So if you go back through my training program, there's SAQ from Tennis Australia. Again, overloading the program, so making it difficult to start with will help to increase performance. It's progressive, so In the book Pressure Tennis, he said that high intensity progressive training is key to succeed at the higher level. So again, we've got to show progression and make it more difficult as we move through, and just ensuring that there's no reversibility on the program that the athlete isn't going to drop back by, making sure we're working at least 4 of the 7 days. Time again, so I've used interval training for the fact that CARP 2011 suggests that it improves fitness quickly without the need of having to go to the gym for 2 hours, which is going to be difficult for my client, and kept the intensity. So I want the client working in training zones 80 to 100% maximum heart rate for and incorporating 3 to 5 minutes rest in order to improve the heart's ability to pump blood around the body. And then finally, other considerations. We used foam rolling as a warm-up, and we use ice baths as a cool down due to the fact it was used by tennis players.